The family of Lauderdale County's first official coronavirus victim is sharing what they have experienced in the months since his death. Albert Johnson Truesdale, known by family and friends as Johnson, died from the virus in March. The family told us he died in Huntsville Hospital, but they couldn't be by his side because of coronavirus protocols. Way 31's Brecken Terry sat down with the family to hear their story. Brecken.
I spoke with Johnson Trousdale's son, Matthew, and Matthew's wife, Nicole. They told me the pain of losing Johnson is immeasurable for the entire family. But what makes it even harder is when people come up to them and tell them that this virus is a hoax, because for this family, it's been anything but that.
Just for some reason, this pandemic, the way it's done, the way the virus is done, people kind of ignore there's real people behind the situation.
Matthew Trousdale said he never thought he'd have to defend his dad's death certificate.
I'll have people that come up to me and say, I'm sorry about your dad, but you know, if the Democrats do this or the Republicans do that, or it's all a hoax or overblown, well, no matter what they say, I still got a tomb rock to go look at. And it's real hard to convince me that it's a hoax or anything else, especially when I've seen all the symptoms he's went through.
He said normally when you lose someone close, people rally around you. He told me he hopes people can still find a way to do that.
If we had the mindset it happened with 9/11, instead of fighting over masks, we'd be knocking each other down to figure out how to make masks.
He says for his family, the virus changed everything. It led to the loss of his father, Nancy Trousdale's husband of 63 years, and a veteran who served his country for 21 years. Matthew told me his dad was still serving his community and church up to the week he started to run a high fever, which was one of his first symptoms of coronavirus.
You know, that thing, it ain't just a number.
You know, it's kind of an empty spot. You know, you're used to every night right before supper, right after supper, making that phone call, and he's not there to make that phone call too.
In Alabama, more than 2,100 people have died from coronavirus. Matthew said he knows his family isn't the only one grieving, and he has a message to the community.
Treat people like you'd want to be treated. If your mother or daddy, brother or sister died, do you want to hear somebody's political views on how they died? You probably don't. You know, to me, condolences and a good story about Dad, hey, that's what I need. That's what Mom needs.
Now, Matthew and his family told me that they hope that people don't get mad at them for speaking up and that people will just show a little bit more empathy. He said despite all of the challenges with losing his father, they have had a lot of other people that have supported them through this difficult time. Live in Lauderdale County, Brecken Terry, Way 31 News.
The family told Way 31 they wanted to speak on the issue so it can help people understand and learn how to lift families up who have lost their loved ones to the coronavirus.